Today I'm doing a why I drive on a Ferrari F430 manual transmission with over 60,000 kilometers. This is a true driver's 430, and we're going to find out all about the owner and why they love this car, why they chose to buy this instead of a modern Ferrari, and of course why they drive it. Let's go. So right here we are with the owner of this beautiful car. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hey guys, I'm Alex.
And what is this, for those that don't know?
This is a 2005 F430 with a manual transmission.
So, speaking of which, how many did they make with a manual?
They made around 16,000 for the world, but only 300 were coupe manual.
And that is why I want to do a why I drive on this car. It's not every day you find one, right?
Yeah, they're pretty hard to find. I've been looking for one for quite some time now, and I recently found this one, so I just kind of had to have it.
So why do you drive this car instead of a lot of other cars you could have bought?
It's one of the last manual transmission Ferraris. It's naturally aspirated V8. The rev limit is like 8,500. The sound it makes, it feels like a video game when you're driving it. The click-clack from the shifter is awesome. Yeah, I love it.
So when you were looking for one, were there many choices of specs, or are they kind of all optioned in the red on black?
I feel like if you have a Ferrari, you kind of have to have red. If you're looking for a gated in Canada, at least, there's very few options. There was a yellow one, and then there was this one, and red on black is just kind of classic Ferrari, so this was the one I went with.
So in terms of the F430 market, where does this sit? Is this at the top of a Scuderia, or is this still near a regular Spider F1 transmission? What's kind of the hierarchy?
Well, actually, when the F430 came out, the manual transmission were like $12,000 or $13,000 cheaper than the F1 transmission because the F1 was like the new flappy paddle, like expensive gearbox that everyone wanted to have because Michael Schumacher was promoting it. But yeah, the gated ones were actually cheaper. And then the F430 is just a base coupe, so it's below a Scuderia.
And now, what do the current values reflect? Is this priced higher or less than a Scuderia?
Scuds are usually still more expensive, unless it's a really low mile gated car. The gated cars are usually about double what a F1 transmission is, even with high miles, so yeah.
Like this one, because you said this has 60K on it.
Yeah, this one's got 67-ish thousand kilometers on it.
Wow. So do you know the previous owner? Was it a one owner car and they bought it, drove it, and then you got it? Or what's the story?
Yeah, I'm the third owner. The first owner basically daily drove it in Toronto, and second owner did the same kind of thing, and that's what I'm planning to do.
So you're dailying it?
Yeah, dailying it until the snow hits.
Yeah, well, you got the dog in the car when we picked it up today, you know, just cruising around. Like, it's pretty cool. Does the dog like the car?
This is Scotty's favorite car, 100%. He falls right asleep in the Daytona seats.
It's awesome that you use this car, you know. It's nice to see one of these actually getting driven a lot, because you rarely see them nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you see a couple of them here and there at car shows. Usually they're the F1 paddles, which, I mean, yeah, it's still cool, but really tough to see a gated out in the wild for sure.
Yeah. Now, in terms of this car options, is there anything else that makes it unique as an F430 other than the manual transmission?
Basically, when you're buying an F430, you look at a couple things. Carbon ceramic brakes, does it have the shields, and then does it have the Daytona seats? This car has the Scuderia shields on the fender, and it has the Daytona sheets, but it just has the base steel brakes.
Makes it cheaper to drive if you're dailying it.
Definitely, though. Yeah.
And then engine-wise, it's a V8. So how much horsepower does it make, this engine?
It's about 490 to the wheels.
Okay. And torque-wise, similar?
Similar, I think around 400 as well.
So what's the driving experience like in this car?
It really likes to rev. It revs really fast. The torque is up high, and it screams. It really screams.
So in terms of supercars, is this your first exotic, or have you had any other high-end sports cars, Porsches, Lambos, McLarens?
This is my first Ferrari. I've had lots of Porsches, really just air-cooled Porsches. I really love Porsches, but this is my first Ferrari, and I'm starting to really fall in love with the brand. It's kind of, you know, when it came out, it was a baby brother for an Enzo, for example, which was my dream car growing up. But yeah, it's my first supercar, and I'm in love with it.
So you said you had a few Porsches before. What did you own?
I've had lots of 964s. I've had a 930. I've had other G body cars, 993s. I really love the air-cooled Porsches. So I've had kind of pretty much one of each generation.
And would you say that you prefer the F430 to those cars?
I think it's a totally different experience. I think like this car is way stiffer, and it feels much more like a race car when you're driving it. And like, just like throwing it back to when I was growing up and playing like Forza, it really feels like a video game when you're driving it. It's a lot of fun.
Does your girlfriend or parents or anyone in your life love this car as much as you, or is it kind of like frowned upon compared to the Porsches?
I feel like my girlfriend and my parents are just kind of scared of fast cars. So they think they're cool and they're happy that I'm happy, but they're not really into them like I am. Yeah.
But it's nice that they at least appreciate that you enjoy it, and you know, aren't like, oh, come on, don't pick me up in a red Ferrari.
Yeah, no, 100%. They definitely think it's cool. And like when my mom saw it in person for the first time, she just thought it was absolutely gorgeous, and the color of it, and the kind of like early 2000s styling is just timeless. And yeah, she really appreciates it for what it is.
Yeah, it's awesome. Well, before we hop in it for a ride, what was the reason of picking the F430 instead of, say, a 360 with a manual, or even a 355?
It's got a little bit better creature comforts, and it's got the most horsepower out of the three. It's just kind of the final iteration of that analog Ferrari of the late 90s to early 2000s.
And in terms of price, could you buy a 458 Italia for the same?
You can't. You could probably find a high mile 458 with probably low spec for you know, what this car cost. But 458s are still pretty pricey.
Really? So even a high mileage 458 Italia is worth more than a manual 430 coupe?
I mean, this one is higher mileage. Yeah, like there was one that recently sold with like, I think 5,000 miles for I think 430 US.
430, that's insane.
Yeah, it's just the collectors that are driving that. But
yeah, well, do you mind if we hop in it, go for a ride, and see what the driving experience is like?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's go. That sounds great. Nothing like the sound of a Ferrari. There's a little doggy. He's so cute.
Yeah, he's really cute.
You just drive around with the dog in the passenger seat all the time?
I mean, yeah, usually he's got a seatbelt on, but yeah, he loves hanging out in the car.
That's awesome. It's good it doesn't scare him, you know, with the loud noises or anything.
Yeah, I feel like he's gotten used to it pretty early, so he's gonna grow up around cars for sure.
That's awesome. Because it has the manual, it's crazy that it doubles the value.
Yeah.
Do you think it's worth it?
I think, honestly, 100% it's worth it. Lots of guys with the F1 transmission cars will actually end up converting them. So you'll see lots of guys that actually convert them from the F1 to the gated. It's actually the same transmission, but yeah, I mean, if a guy's going to convert the automatic to a manual, I think that tells you that it's for sure worth it.
Yeah. What was your reasoning for buying a manual factory car?
I mean, if you're going to drive one, I feel like value-wise, you may as well just convert one. But if you're going to collect one and own one for a long time, the price of an original car is always going to continue going up, and it's always going to be more than what a converted car is worth.
Yeah. And this is a manual factory car that you plan on driving?
Yeah, I'm going to do both pretty much. Yeah.
I bet that never gets old.
No, it never gets old.
But just pulled up. That's kind of crazy. Another F430.
Not red is the license, but I'm feeling judged.
Yeah, he's definitely judging you.
Yeah, you didn't even give a thumbs up right
now. No, he just cruised past. Yeah. That's funny. What are the chances of that? Especially in Calgary. And you get treated differently on the road with the police or people not letting you in or cutting you off or anything?
It's funny, I was actually just talking about this because I feel like with Porsches, old Porsches, everybody's always like thumbs up, like, yeah, awesome car, just kind of happy to see it on the road. And with the Ferrari, it's not at all like that. I feel like you definitely get a little bit more judged, and it's a little bit more negative. But yeah, I mean, you still get those thumbs up every once in a while, but not nearly as much as in an air-cooled 911.
Yeah. I can imagine it's a little bit more in your face and obnoxious, right?
Definitely in your face, louder, Ferrari red, big Ferrari badges on the fender. Yeah, definitely more in your face.
So for the F430 market, do you think they still are going to keep going up and up and up in the future with everything going hybrid at Ferrari?
I mean, this was one of the last manual transmission Ferraris, and I can't see them ever putting a naturally aspirated V8 mid-engine with a manual transmission in their cars again. So, I mean, I can only see them going up from here.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I've never been in a manual F430 like this, so I'm loving the experience. It's so weird to like be in such a modern car from Ferrari with a manual, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, it definitely feels out of place. Like this slotted shifter, like it looks like something from like a Dino or like a 355 or something. Just definitely older. So yeah, it definitely looks a little bit out of place, but it's just right.
Yeah, it's cool. And I recently got to drive a 355 in one of my videos, and one thing I really liked about the shifter on this is how thin and small it is, and it's just so, you know, it's in your hand. It's not like a massive, I don't know, more like a BMW transmission.
Yeah, like it doesn't have a massive leather shift boot or plastic or vinyl or anything. It's all that you need. Just a steel rod on an aluminum shifter.
Well, I've been asked if I want to drive it. I can't say no. This is very cool. I was actually thinking the other day how much I want to drive a manual F430 after I drove the 355 to see what the differences are. So, I'll give you my opinion, I guess. Immediately stalled.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't even stall the 355 once, so that's embarrassing. To immediately stall this. It's pretty quick.
Yeah.
So, wow.
It's just that torque when you step on it, it's just right there.
Yeah. That sound.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me drive it.
Yeah, no problem.
It's actually really different to the 355.
How so?
Like the 355 just felt way more like more light, and at least from this small like slow steering, and definitely felt a lot older, that car.
Oh yeah, okay.
So I got one more question. Everyone's probably wondering, how on earth do you afford a car like this at a young age?
I run an auction site, an auction and classified site called carbuckle.com. So that's where you can list a car, you can auction it, you can list it and classify it. And I started that about 4 years ago, and I've been running it ever since.
Wow. And is that all you do for a living, or is there anything else on the side?
No, that's all I do. I do that, and then I work on cars in my spare time, and that's all I do.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for doing this interview. It's been awesome to learn about this car, get a ride in one, and cute dog as well. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to be in a wire drive, the link's in the description to apply. See you in the next video. Remember, never ever quit. God loves you.